Hello everyone, we are Group 7 and this is our title, Children's Mental Health and Development Impact by Parents' Absence. Introduction. Children's relationships, the way that see the world, and affect all areas of their development. Through relationship with the parents, other family members, and caregiver, children learn about their world. That's because relationship till children express themselves, a cry, a laugh, a question, and get something back, a cuddle, a smile, an answer. What children get back gives them very important information about what the world is like and how act the world, how to think, understand, and communicate, behave, show emotion, and develop social skills. It is said that the role of the parents in the family environment is to prepare children adulthood through discipline and support. Through relationship with the parents, other family members, and caregivers, children learn about their world. Young people are often unable to discuss their truth and feelings with the adult, but they also want to explore and experience things that have not been tried. Various studies that have emphasized the importance of the presence of the parents in the lives of young people because they need the experience and reliable support from the parents who can provide for their basic physiological and physical needs.
Background of the case analysis. Parental absence can occur due to distance, divorce, or death, all of which may be unavoidable circumstances. Sometimes a child has no influence over. However, contrary to what the term may suggest, absence parenting do not mean physical absence. It is understood as apparent emotional inability, lack of active involvement, and responsiveness to a child's needs. The primary role of parents in a family environment is to prepare a child for adulthood through rules, discipline, and support. Adolescence is a period when a child begins to learn about the real world and strive to become integral member of social group. Through often struggling to establish their own independence. Adolescence is sometimes is turbulent period. Teens are often unable to discuss their thoughts and feelings with adults, yet they also wish to explore and experience untried things. Various studies have emphasized the importance of parents' presence in the life of adolescents, as they need the experience and reliable support of parents who can provide for their basic psychological and physical necessities. Parents not only encourage and enhance the child's personality but also influence their psychological development. Children and adolescents who live both biological parents tend to have more stable level of well-being, whereas those in a single parents families have a lower level of well-being during both childhood and adulthood. The experience of losing a parent can have an intense effect of psychological development for a child. Children in a single parent's home may develop a sense of insecurity, feel alone, and slow immature in their behavior. In doing so, they are often less prepared to adapt to the demands of society and emotional regulation. Emotionally immaturity represents the ability of individual to check and manage their emotions, to assess the emotional states other individual, and exert control over their own judgment and actions. The theory of emotionally immaturity by Franz Alexander says that when individuals reach a level of intellectual formation and can maintain the certain level of emotionally outlook, the relationship between parents and adolescents is reflected as a feature of social and emotional development. According to a study, emotionally immature can lead feelings of loneliness among adolescents and emotionally immature and loneliness together can influence the person's satisfaction with life. Specifically, an emotionally immature person tend to feel lonelier and has the ability to regulate emotionally and mature counterparts.
Local discussion. Overseas work has become a viable solution in addressing the problems encountered by one of every 12 Filipino families, although it has brought opportunities for a better and financially stable life. It has resulted in inevitable consequences that could affect children who are left behind. In the Philippines, the person's problem of unemployment continues to affect families, making overseas work a viable option for addressing such a condition. With the increasing number of Filipino migrant workers, families are challenged not only in terms of sustaining their children's needs but also assuring them the support they need despite the geographical distance. A key issue faced by OFW families parental absence, which then translate into a lack of emotional support for their children that would eventually negatively impact the latter's welfare. ACES and Ruiz Marev 2017. 12 Filipino families on average, despite the fact that it has provided chances for a better and more secure financial future. Life has brought about an unavoidable repercussion that may have an impact on the children who are left behind. Families in the Philippines are still impacted by enduring issue of unemployment, making abroad employment an effective remedy for such situation. Families are challenged by the rise of Filipino migrant workers not only in terms of providing for their kids' needs, but also ensuring that they get the help they require despite. The separation in distant parental absence is a major problem that OFW family must deal with then. Means that there is no emotional support for.
This discussion talk about mental health issues can worsen or decrease many parts of a student's life, including their quality of life that related to school or their learning performance, physical health, and happiness reaching a goal in college. They can also worsen or decrease their relationships with friends, family, and other members of their family. Students' future employment, earning possible greatness or power, and general health may all be changed by or affected by this issue in the long run.
Proposed solution. This reflects the evidence, global learning, and best practices in the areas of alternative care. It is the state's responsibility to ensure the safety, well-being, and development of any child placed in alternative care. 2. The regular review of the appropriateness of the arrangement. Remember, parenting is the most fulfilling job that we will ever have, but it is not without its challenges. Ultimately, parents want what is best in their child. And a strong parent-child relationship can help lead to better outcomes for children. Main solution: to conduct information awareness through the seminar in college. Alternative solution. Key consideration for alternative care placement should also include keeping the child as close as possible to their family of origin, keeping intact and main contact with the family members. Key consideration for alternative. Permanency as a key goal. Maging constant ang foster parents or mother parents in order to stabilize the child's emotional development. Protection from abuse, neglect, and exploitation. The Violence Against Women and Children Support Desk is a position at the barangay level in the City Social Welfare Development of Office or CSWD. Is situated at the local government level, aids in the rehabilitation of abused kids. You can either choose to provide alternative home care or place them in a shelter. The removal child from his/her family as a last resort. Keeping children away from abusive parents or other family member should only be done as a last resort. Poverty never being the only justification for removing a child from his/her parent. The solution of the child abandonment or sale is not a poverty, hence Let's consider carefully the effect of early marriage and pregnancy. Safeguarding all the rights of the child. Preserve the rights of children. The Save of the Children initiative recognizes UNICEF throughout the world. The right to live and the right to decent place to do well are among children's human rights. Children's rights including things like the right to housing and the right to an education. The importance of keeping siblings together. Siblings of displaced children shouldn't be split up because of their strong emotional bonds and maturity. The recognition of formal and information care provided by relatives as a valuable care option. Please let everyone know that there was a shelter, BAWC and CSWD, that can aid in distribution the older displaced children.
Conclusion. Early parental involvement is seen to be one of the most crucial elements in fostering children's skills. Children learn about actual worlds during adolescence and where to integrate into their social cycle while also exploring and trying new things. Parents' major responsibility in the home settings is to help children to get ready for adulthood through guidance, support, and growth. Children need a relationship with their parents or other family members or other caregivers to learn about world and acquire social skills. They require parents who have the knowledge and dependability to support them that can meet their fundamental emotional and physical needs.
Events connected to the death of one of or both parents, parental neglect and abandonment, parental incapacity due to illness or vices, abuse, violence, and maltreatment in the family breakdown and eventual breakup, and child's own initiative to leave home are the immediate causes of children's loss of or risk of being deprived of a family environment. Children who have been orphaned, abandoned, neglected, abused, or living in poverty might find a home at SOS Children's Village. Additionally, it runs a family strengthening program to assist families even before they designated, including parenting classes, income generating projects, and training in livelihood skills for the parents, as well as educational support, psychosocial activities, and career development programs for the kids. Parental absence, whether due to death, divorce, or work-related reasons, can have a significant impact on a child's mental health and development. Children who experience parental absence may experience emotional distress, behavioral problems, and academic struggles. The degree of impact depends on several factors such as the child's age, personality, and the duration of the separation. One of the most significant impact of parental absence is emotional distress. Children may experience anxiety, depression, sadness, and anger when separated from their parents. They may feel abandonment or rejected and struggle with feelings of loneliness and isolation. The emotional distress can also lead to physical symptoms such as headaches, stomach aches, and fatigue. Behavioral problems are also common in children experiencing parental absence. They may act out in school or at home, become more aggressive or withdrawn, and have difficulty performing relationships with peers. They may also engage in risky behavior such as drug use or promiscuity.